Okay, here's a quick snapshot analysis with one of our players that was struggling a little bit with his snapshot. He's more comfortable taking a wrist shot, so that's why we took some video. This is after we'd worked with him a little bit, so there is some improvement, but there's, we still got a few things to work on. So here's what we're looking at. This is our player, and this is me, just so that I could have something to compare it to. And we'll go through, I'll watch it in regular speed once, and then we'll back it up. So here's both simultaneously. Okay, and let's back this up and dissect it real quick. So we both start. For the most part, this is kind of simulating like a power play opportunity where you're walking across a blue line and taking a shot from the point. Okay, now one thing I do want to kind of point out, and I'm not sure if this is his intention or not, but you can see like he's already kind of getting himself wound up, and this is one of the things that we're really working with Tanner on, is get him to be able to release the puck more quickly. So this is like he's kind of getting ready. It takes him a lot longer to get his shot prepped to the point where he's ready to release it. Whereas you can see with my example, I'm one hand on the stick handling cross. That gives you more options. You can, if a guy comes out to challenge you, you can maybe put a move on him. You can make a pass. It doesn't take, if your shot doesn't take as long to get set up, then obviously you got a quicker release when you do want to take your shot. So that's the one thing, small detail I want to point out there. So as you can see, this is just a two-hand kind of pushing the puck across where Tanner is here. And like I said before, I'm kind of stick handling back and forth, not really locked into any one movement until I'm at the point where I do want to take my shot. So I've synced up these videos now, and here's where we're actually getting to the actual shot. So here's right here. You can see on my stick, this is the one big difference. This is why mine is a snapshot and his is still a wrist shot. Is watch the moment of release right there. So you can see my stick just for a split second comes up off the ice, and then we've got the release. Okay. Whereas with Tanner, his stick stays level, stays on the ice the whole time. So it's more of a sweep. Okay. Now obviously there is a time and a place for a wrist shot. But what we were talking about here is, he only takes wrist shots, and so we were trying to work a little bit on his snapshot. Now I want to point out a couple other things. Watch the posture as we're skating. Both of us are nice and low, knees bent, very good solid athletic position. But watch at the moment of the shot that the shot is released. Watch my posture versus his. Okay, here we are. My knee doesn't ever come past the tip of my toe. Okay? Whereas Tanner's is well out in front of the tip of his toe. So he's leaning forward. He's falling forward as he's taking the shot, which I believe puts him in a less stable position. And also, I don't think there's as much room for adjusting the shot on the fly. A lot of times if a player's coming out, you got to avoid the shin pads and stuff like that. When you're leaning forward as far as he is, you're committed to the shot. It's hard to adjust it and change it into a pass or a pass shot. So that's the other main thing. I mean, all in all, his shot's not horrible. He's got a pretty decent shot. But if we're going to really dissect it, that would be the other thing. So we're both shooting off our off foot. That was one thing that I did work with him on this particular day. Originally, he was shooting off his left foot. And when you're shooting in stride, it makes a lot more sense. If you're a right-handed shot, shoot with your right foot on the ice, left foot in the air, extended. If you're a lefty, it's the opposite. So you're shooting with your left foot on the ice. That's how you shoot in stride and get the shot off quickly, so you don't have to adjust and get your weight transfer. But I believe that this posture I think it's contributing to his slower release. I think that when you're a little bit more upright, not in the skating, but in the actual shot release, you can pull it in and snap it off a lot quicker than you otherwise could. So let's go ahead and delete those lines off. Let you watch it one more time. Okay, we'll back it up, and we'll go one more time full speed so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, one more time again. There it is. So when you get to higher levels of play, obviously both of our shots are looking okay in this this video, but it's the subtleties that make big differences. The subtleties meaning how quick is your release, how well can you adjust if things aren't textbook perfect. If you end up needing to make a pass instead of a shot, how quickly can you adjust and make that happen? So those are the couple really quick details that I think would make a big difference for Tanner's shot from that scenario.